Welcome, Taurus, to Moonlight Witchery. This is your timeless opening read. Well, Taurus, the energy that I felt for you when I was shuffling at first was very, I want to say, aloof. And I'm feeling also that you're not wanting to be like that, but it's sort of a way of protecting yourself at this particular time. You're not getting yourself emotionally involved too much, even though you're seeing things that you could easily get emotionally involved with. I see a great deal of movement and energy shifts that you're going to start to go through. Very, very transformative time. It's a very transformative time. So we begin with the Queen of Cups. So this is somebody who has mastered the energy that they're in. They're mastering their emotions. Their love life is the center of attention right now. And I feel like very soon a lot of you will be concentrated around relationships, marriage, strong marriage bonds, in fact. This time, November, you possibly even could be getting married, I'm seeing, for a group of you. And this is going to be an eternal marriage for you. This is very strong bonds. I feel like the heavens have conspired to sort of make everything happen, because this is an important piece that you're bringing to the planet, which is the energy of love and a proper love between the union of two people. So this is a pretty important read, actually, for you, Taurus. I'm feeling that this is a prosperous time in this next year. And I'm also feeling that it's divinely guided. Absolutely divinely guided. And you're tending to, at this time, pay more attention to your intuition. I'm seeing some of you have familiars. If you know what that is, it is an animal that sort of you talk to on a spiritual level. So for those of you that have that, really connect in with your animals at this time. I feel like they will they'll talk to you, they'll give you spiritual messages for sure. And I also feel they're protecting you as well. The protection seems to come from, the past hurts. And what's interesting to me is that you've recently started a new beginning. You said, I am done with my old way of life, and I am for sure now I am going to be going forward. I am not allowing the things that have happened to me in the past affect my life anymore. There is a karmic healing within you at this time, no matter what's happened in your love life, in your family life, and in your financial life. You're changing your whole attitude about it. Your vibration has risen from here, from this is the Five of Swords, and this is an argumentative thing, but it's in reverse. So it tells me that this is behind you. This is no longer affecting you. You have decided that you are no longer fighting with anybody else, and that this is the time that you're going to be using that as a foundational tool to not get back into that bickering that you were. I feel like in your love life there might have been a lot of bickering and fighting, and that at this time it is the time to be like, no more. I'm absolutely done with that energy, and I am not fighting anymore. I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to concentrate on working on myself. I'm going to concentrate on working on some financial situations, and I'm going to get my life in order. And I really feel that at this time you are beginning to do that. I also feel this reading is going to generally last over a 12-year period. So anything that I'm talking about could be happening within 12 years. And I'm feeling that this is a very karmic time. It is a very lucky time for you, and it may be the luck may last a little bit earlier than November or a little bit later than November, but in and around that time. And what I mean by that is like maybe early December, late October, and then all of November. There's a chance in there that I would say that your intuition is going to tell you, hey, I think I should buy a lottery ticket. And then you just go and do it and you win. Or, hey, I should fill out this thing, or you'll win a prize or a trip somewhere, or your luck. You just have extremely good luck, and your intuition, you're connected in, and you just keep going, and you win things is what I'm seeing. So you want to go play the bingo, then go play the bingo. You want to go do that sort of stuff, and I feel like, hey, you should be doing that. It'll be fun, and I feel like you get a benefit out of it financially. Also, I'm feeling that at this, maybe by into the next 6 months after that, I feel that you may be wanting to buy a house. So I feel like you should wait until like January-ish, late December, January, before you sign any documents in that regard. You'll know, you'll also feel this as your intuition, and I feel like there's a chance that you may think something is so wonderful, but if you just give yourself a chance to wait a little bit and then rethink it a month from then go back and decide. Give yourself at least a month, anytime after November. Okay? So just don't make hasty decisions. What you think is so great may turn out to be not so great. You'll be like really disappointed in it. So just be cautious, and I'm not saying for all cases, but if you are thinking about doing that, then just be a little cautious. 3 weeks is not going to make or break a deal, I don't think, for the most part of this. There's nothing so urgent that it has to be, so quick. The answer has to be so quick. Those of you that do purchase a house, it's going to be your dream house, and it's going to be the one that you really, really have wanted for a long time, and you're really going to like it. You set things in motion a little while back, so now it seems to be, maybe in January for a couple of years is the time that your luck seems to be good, and the seeds that you've sown before, the work that you did before, is bringing you good things for money. I'm seeing a lot of really good money in this reading, and not just that, but even in love. You really come to peace and at terms with things that have hurt you in the past, and you're moving forward. Speaking of here, this is, the Three of Swords, and it's inverted into the future space. And when this is like this tells me that you have really healed, or you're on the way to healing this, deep hurt that you've suffered. And the thing that helps you heal is a new relationship, or a refreshing of your existing relationship. So whether you're married or not, or in a long-term relationship, I feel like there's all fresh beginnings on all parts of all aspects for Taurus at this time. It is a very lucky time for you to be meeting people, and I am feeling that you do meet new people. You do meet new people, new groups of friends that are going to be beneficial to you. And you are not going to allow these people to take energy from you unfairly. So that is a wonderful progression for you, Taurus. I see so much things that you've laid in the past that have been very troublesome and hurtful for you. And now's the time that you're going to start fresh, is what I'm seeing. So, you know, a couple of years after 2018, you have a pretty good go of it and really good, healthy relationships. I'm not saying everything is easy, because I see some things here that we're going to get into that I want you to understand that what you've been through is divinely guided, and it's there. So it helps you understand compassion for other people, and it helps you understand compassion for yourself mainly, and loving yourself and being true to yourself. You've learned huge lessons with this, and your psychic ability right now is on point. It is on point, and you need to listen to it. And don't give your power away in this. You know, really do your research when you know, I feel like there's spiritual things coming to you. You may have want to have a spiritual journey. You may go away and have trips, understanding really deep studies of maybe esoteric studies. I'm seeing a group of you are doing that. Some of you may even go off and do yoga and be like, I'm going to really study this the proper ancient way. You're not going to just do hot yoga. You're going to go and you're going to study all the ins and outs about the yoga, and then you're going to go teach it properly. That's the kind of thing I feel like you're setting up, maybe your own business, working for yourself, that sort of thing. But you do your research, and it does have a spiritual component that is very important. And I feel like because you feel so blessed and grateful for the good things that have come to you, even though you've gone through difficult times, these blessings are coming to you now, which is really, really fantastic. In other words, you have karma coming around to you that is very good, and you're going to be very blessed. So please be patient and make sure your mind is not carried away with you. I see some cards over here that there may be a habit of concentrating on things that are lost and not looking at the things that you already have. So that attitude for you, like I said, you've done the work, and you're really changing that around. You know what? Nobody's 100% perfect at any of those things, but I just feel at this, within these next 12 years, that you are really, really like diligent and very aware of these things that are coming in that are destroying your manifestation processes. So you're seeing that when you're sad and you're angry and all this, like your manifestation, your money just goes down the hill. When you start having the positive attitudes and being grateful and all those things, which you've learned over the last little while, I feel like if you were to look back 12 years, you would see that it's the same lessons that you're learning back then, but on a deeper level now and in a different aspect now. That's what I want to say. So that's a very general idea of what's happening, but that's sort of what I'm seeing karmically. We'll get into some Akashic Records cards in a minute to pull some of those out to help you understand a little deeper that. But I want to go over here to the Chariot, because this is a situation that you're in at this particular time. And this time, this is telling me that you're making clear-cut decisions about which way you're going to go in life, in your relationships, in your marriages, if you're single, in your work, all aspects of work, or if you're in your own business. So there's a lot of things that I'm seeing come out. And the reason why they're sort of showing me this is because of the gratefulness that you've been having and the thankfulness. And this is coming from your spirit. You're really becoming in tune with your spirit. I feel like you're meditating more or praying more. You're more in contact with your true nature. You're in nature more. You're exercising more. You're taking care of your body more. I can't begin to tell you all the good things that I'm seeing for you in this next 12 years. It almost feels like the last 12 years were more difficult, but there were some good benefits. But I feel like this next cycle for you is going to be even greater on a deeper level. All the things that karmically you suffered through and worked through and bettered yourself in to come to this fruition right now. I am seeing a move within relationships come towards you. I see messages coming towards you of this. It doesn't matter what time you're watching this video. I feel like there is a letter coming to you. Information, it could be through text, could be through email, could be through actual letter, good old snail mail. And this partner is communicating that they want to be back with you. So there's a group of you whose ex is coming back. And this is something the two of you are karmically tied to, and that you need to work out some things. And you may feel, oh, maybe I really shouldn't want to be with this person. Or you may, the opposite is, have a fear of losing the person. So either you keep clinging too tightly or you're letting it go completely. And I feel at this time, this person communicates something to you that's so important that it changes your heart condition, and you're ready to put some more hard work into this relationship. You're willing to move forward because you see the profit of it in the end is that you feel loved, you feel cared for, you're able to go to the community and contribute to the relationship properly, financially, and with proper amount of energy, with love and care for the other person, as well as keep some for yourself. And I think this has been an important lesson to find that balance within the two. I see some of you going away on a cruise, and I also see some of you going away to warm places where there's lots of sand, and I see some of you going where there's pyramids, but these pyramids aren't in Egypt. So those are trips that I'm seeing for people. On these trips, I'd like you to be a little extra cautious of your belongings. Don't just leave things out. And also be a little, you may be a little accident prone closer to the end of the month. The last week of the month in November 2018, I'm seeing it's very close. So I'm feeling that just be a little more cautious when you're doing anything. Driving, nothing serious. I just feel like if you're not cautious, you may have a little fender bender, or you may like bump your light or something like that. So just keep on top of that. And I'm also seeing, you know, at this time, it doesn't matter what time you're watching this video, I feel like there may be some issues at the end of the month, whatever month it is that you're watching this, that you may have conflict with family. So if you just keep your center and not participate in the drama, it's like it'll just go away. It's not even an issue. But if you participate, it's going to grow and snowball. So at that point, I want you to not do that. Those are some of the lessons that you've learned about not engaging and starting afresh from not engaging in any of the old drama. Don't pull that energy back up. If you don't feed it, it's got nothing to live on. So it's just going to die out. So if you ignore that, just let it go. And I feel like it's very irritating to you. Your family members are very irritating to you at this point. However, you love them dearly and you do work past it. So it's like really frivolous, but you know, so don't take it to heart too much, okay? Say, if you have to say something, say it from kindness, from your heart, because then nothing ever is wrong. It's your truth, you know, and no one can really be mad at you about that. So if you just come from your heart, then there's nothing that anybody will take offense to. It's like you cross over that emotional, you know, bridge with ease if you choose to. Also, in the same with relationships, I feel like if you forgive and forget, you really do, you know, I think that you might find it hard being an earth sign. Being a bull might be a little bit stubborn. So when it comes to relationships, you know, the stubbornness can serve you well, but when you're upset, then I feel like you can hang on to past hurts. So you've been learning to release energy as much as hold energy. I also see improvement financially over the next 12 years for sure. And I also see even further into that for generations into your family. It's like the energy came to you karmically from your family, and now you are very responsible in delegating where those finances go. And you're very appreciative of where it came from, the hard work of where it came from. And you're willing to take that and invest that for maybe your children or your grandchildren or whatever the case may be, or your spouse or your future, your family. There's a lot of investment financially with your family and unity with your partner. So you're willing to share those things. You know, you're willing to give all, and because of all of these things, the trusting amount that you have for the other person in love and in family, that they're able to grow and they're able to go into the next cycle of their life so that they can better themselves as well. And you find joy in this, Taurus. You find joy in this, that you're seeing your family prosper and do well. Even though there's a little nickering and bickering and fighting, it's like when it comes right down to it, you're there, you know, and that's what counts. I'm seeing you travel very lightly. You know, you're really, you know, things have always been important to you, manifesting things, and you always will manifest fairly easily if your mindset is in that vibration. If you concentrate on negative things, and it won't, but if you're concentrating on the positive things, you know, creativity and finances come very easy to you. So truly, like, stay in that mindset of positivity. I feel like there's a group of you who are going to be honored. There's going to be a reward of some kind for something you've done, some type of project you've done, and it has something to do with the environment. Huh, how about that, Taurus people? Good for you. It's an important prize, you know. It gives you a lot of recognition, and very important for you to have this, so congratulations on that. I'm also seeing some of you start families in the next 4 years. I'm seeing many Taurus will want to have babies and families, and it's a very much thing that you've wanted, and it's like magnetically you've just started drawing these things towards you because it's the time for you to have it. So that's amazing. You've manifested some great things, and out of a lot of pain, I'm going to add. Just going to say, out of a lot of pain. So I'm going to pull out the Akashic Record cards now, and let's just see what they have to say for you for the next few time whenever you're watching this video. Oh. Master Artisan and the Light of the World. Wow. You know, when I pull these cards, I feel like you know, that artistry that I was just talking about is the key to all of your relationships. It's like you're romantic, you know how to treat the other person, you're kind to them, you're accommodating, you're very good in relationships. And you also know how to stand your ground. You've given too much in the past, but you're learning how to receive energy now within relationships. And you're learning the proper balance of the spirituality within that relationship as well. And I'm feeling like your work is so important to you. It's part of it's like intertwining with your marriage or relationships. And if you're single, I feel like those that are single are not going to be single for long. So just, you know, be patient with that. It's like you may even meet the person at work that shares that passion. You may work with the person for the rest of your life, like hand in hand, if you decide to open up. For those of you that are doing that, I feel like for some of you, a small percentage of you who are opening businesses, a small percentage of those people will be working with their partners for the rest of their lives as well as getting married. Well, that's just wonderful. And the light of the world, you know, this is interesting to me because I feel like you are bringing your light into this world, and I also feel that some of you are suffering great losses, family, friends, maybe even some of you dealing with some health issues. And those things that I'm seeing that are causing this suffering, I'm seeing that through that, you've sort of climbed this ladder and of understanding and compassion for another person. And now that you're getting yourself into balance financially, and you're getting yourself into balance creatively and within your relationships, you're able to make more money, you're able to help other people in the community, you're able to do so much of the things that you wanted to do, because I feel very much that you're a strong humanitarian. The comfort of other people is extremely important to you. It's very generous. You're extremely generous. I also feel that you have the help of angels, help of elementals, all beings of light that you call on. I feel like they're there to help you walk through this life. And I feel one of the main things is that it is for you to have a proper relationship so that you can set examples for everybody else. You know, I'm feeling that psychic development is very important to you, or spiritual development is very important to you right now. So please, you know, if there's something that's of your interest, do some research on where it is that you're learning your information from, because you're not going to be satisfied if it doesn't go deep enough for you. So if you're going to do a study of the occult, which I do see, so that you are mastering some of the things that you've been through and turning that energy, you know, into something that's fruitful for somebody else as well as yourself and for your family and your friends, by the way. Very, very much a pillar within the community. You know, Taurus, I feel this humility with this reading that is so beautiful, because, you know, you're very diligent and you've suffered a lot, I feel, the last little while. And I feel that your heart has needed healing and it's taken a long time to heal. But now that it is, you're able to share this with other people in a manner that is so kind and so loving that they take a look at what they're doing on their own accord and say, wow, that's a super great reflection of light, and I want to be like you. And they start emulating you, and it's just a beautiful thing. You know, it makes my heart very happy to feel it. Thank you for that good hard work, because it is a reflection for the rest of us to see, you know, the beauty within that love. And like, it's very much an unconditional love. So thank you for that. So I'm going to ask the romance angels to help me now, bring in some information for you, Taurus, for this timeless gift reading. Well, very much about love. How about engagement and honeymoon? So, because they were, you know, popped out so readily, I do feel like if you're in any sort of new relationship, you know, this person is definitely thinking that, you know, the other person's thinking, you know, this is something I really want. And you're also thinking, this is something I really want. You know, I really, really am loving this person, even though it's new. You can see yourself becoming, you know, a long-term relationship with this person or a marriage. Engagement also can be, you know, with work, I'm feeling, you know, very strongly, I feel the two tied together with this next little while for you. I feel like this engagement, when it comes, those of you who are getting engaged, it's going to be very original. You're going to be proposed to very originally, or if you're the one doing the proposing, you are the one that is going to be thinking of something very creative, a very creative way of proposing to your partner. That's very nice. I feel like some of you have a choice between people. And I'm seeing, when you're away, I feel like there are energies of when you go away on a holiday, and either you're actually on your honeymoon or you're on, for those of you who are actually on your honeymoon, I'll start with this message first. I feel like there's ancestry that wants to dine and tag along with you. So either you're going away with, either you're on a honeymoon with your family, like on a cruise or something, or I'm seeing that, you know, there's loved ones who have passed that are very happy for you that you're gotten married to this person, and you're going to feel them, and they may come in like flickering lights in your cabin, I feel, or wherever you are, but that's in particular I'm seeing in a cabin, but it may be also, you know, in a room on a trip elsewhere, in your hotel room. I'm seeing that dusk and dawn are very important times, and during this trip, in your ancestors are trying to give you messages at those times. I'm seeing that some of you may find coins on this trip, and those are messages from your loved ones saying, hey, I'm here, I'm really happy for you, and I want your marriage to be prosperous, so here you go. So keep those coins, don't lose them. I'm also feeling that some of you are going away on a holiday, meet the person that you will become engaged to. So that's quite a lot of energy about love and marriages and relationships. I see those that are of you that are single, meeting someone. For the majority of Taurians, I feel like yous that are single, I feel like those that are single are going to be meeting a partner within the next 2 years. For one of you, I see that you go away and you see these this sandy beach, and it has like different colored pebbles that you've never seen before, and it strikes you as very unusual. And on this trip, you're with someone, your partner, and you're not sure if you should be with them or not. And I feel that this is a sign for you to be watching at this time, because that yes, this is a divinely guided relationship, and you're meant to be with this person. You're going to grow greatly within this relationship, and yes, there's going to be some difficult times, but it's beneficial for both of you, and it is definitely there for you to have a beautiful marriage. So don't doubt it, don't doubt yourself, trust your own intuition with this, and don't fear it, because I feel like it's going to be very, very good for you. You know, that whole thing, you know, I feel like sometimes you can get caught in a little wheel of negative thinking or even complaining, and it's like you're not even realizing you're doing it, and the next thing you know, these negative things are happening to you, and you're in this cycle of negativity. And so I feel like you're starting to catch yourself in those things. Like I said before, you've done the work and you're working on those things to move forward. So that is the energy that I have for you, Taurus. I hope you've enjoyed your reading, and hopefully you'll see some of the other videos, and thank you for supporting us, and we'll see you soon.